we're talking about course management and what it is that we're looking to accomplish. Everybody's going to have their own tendencies with regard to where the ball is typically going to go when you hit your normal shot. We're not talking about your best shot. We're not talking about your worst shot. We're talking about your average shot. And so knowing that tendency, whether the ball is going to try and maybe curve a little to the right, maybe curve a little to the left, maybe your typical tendency is that the ball is going to curve to the right, but when you got up on the driving range, every shot you hit was curving to the left. Well, you don't necessarily get up here on the first tee having hit warm-up balls and have every ball curve to the left and then just automatically aim as if you're going to let the ball curve to the right. You might take that into account and say, well, gosh, everything was curving to the left on the driving range. So if I'm going to let everything curve to the left, not only am I going to aim down the right side, but I'm also not necessarily going to tee it up here on the right side of the tee box. I'm going to tee it up maybe over here on the left side of the tee box and aim down the right side. Now, you wouldn't necessarily think that this 3 or 4 steps would make a huge difference, but it makes all the difference in the world. From the standpoint that if I'm over here and I'm aiming down the right side, all of a sudden I've given myself, if my ball curves to the left, I've given myself the right side all the way to the left side to make the ball curve. Or if I'm the opposite guy, if I'm going to tee it up over here, I've given myself the whole fairway to utilize, rather than just, if I'm teeing up in the middle of the tee box and I'm aiming straight down the middle, even if I hit it pretty straight, I've only given myself half of the fairway here and half of the fairway here if my ball curves at all, right? So we want to take that into account. You hear the TV commentators say, well, we're going to take this side out of play. The left side out of play or the right side out of play. Well, that's what they're talking about. And so that makes a difference. So I'm going to hit this tee ball, and I'm going to curve this ball from right to left. And I'm going to start it down the right side, and I'm going to curve it back either to the center or the left side of the fairway. So there that ball started a little bit right of center,